Well, here we are, we're on our tour bus, Pikey 1 as it's known, and we're in the command centre here with Captain Pikey, and he's just checking out his bananas. And we've got a question here from Caja, from Newcastle. Our very good friend Caja, a lovely person, he's a great guy, and he wants to know what's our favourite venue. Well, I'm going to ask you because you've been with us now, how long, 10 years?
11 years.
11 years, so you've been pretty much round the block, so where's your favourite venue?
Hi Caja, thanks for the question. That's a good one. I'd have to say it falls into two categories really. My favourite big venue is probably the Ahoy, as it was one of the first big ones that I did, and the crowd always have a brilliant reception there, and the Dutch are always brilliant as well. And we know all the people backstage there as well, from doing the proms. They're always really friendly, all the security guards. It's the
and
one...
plus the fact that you're a Belgian now, since you were living
helps,
there,
yeah.
and that helps because you're a bit almost a Dutchie, really.
That's it.
You're like halfway between a Dutchie and a Frenchie, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry to interrupt you there.
So that's the Ahoy for the big ones, but then they're always changing, like the little ones, like I love the Rainbows, the Café de Paris, all those little gigs, I love those as well because they're really intimate and we feel really close and personal.
Yeah, great
so those
places.
little gigs as well, so any little gig always becomes my favourite, like the Rainbow is now my new favourite, where before that it was Café de Paris.
Sure. There we are, hold the camera, turn it round on me, will you? Because I want to carry on talking to Caja.
Here you go.
That's a really good question, that, Caja, because, you know, a venue kind of can half make a gig. Like the arenas around Britain are always great because it's always local people coming to them and they feel at home and they feel comfortable. You know, and that's how come you get a big crowd singing along with you, and it's a great pleasure to play. But for us, it's always great to play outside as well. So when we go to the Caribbean and South America and we're playing out on beaches with the ocean flowing in, that's quite beautiful. We did a New Year's Eve last year in Portugal, and that was incredible with the ocean blowing in and all of, you know, 30,000 people on the beach. And then a few years ago, we did a tour, a forest tour of Britain. And, you know, we've travelled around the world now for 30 years doing this, and I've seen everywhere, kind of, but I've seen nothing, and I've forgotten how beautiful England was. And every day, we'd spend a couple of hours driving through countryside, past mountains and over rivers and didn't know existed in England, like Dolby Forest, and that's the first one that comes to me, Sherwood Forest, where Robin Hood was from. That's an incredible place. Cannock Chase. But we're incredibly lucky, I suppose. We've been taken everywhere with music, and that's Martin's bottle of cognac. For after he's finished filming here, I think he's already been on it by the start of that camera work. Anyway, thanks, Caja. I'm sorry we didn't see you and Chrissy and all your families and Andy and all the kids when we were up in Newcastle. But you know, it's just the way it is, mate. And I'm sure we'll see you again soon. By the way, get your haircut.